Brwnskindbeaut production.
Yeah. For real, it sounds up. For real.
Hello, beautiful people, and we're back today with the boiling hair method. Now, you're going to see me transform from this basic looking bitch to this. Okay, yes, skinny girl. Oh, hey. So if you want to see how I got this look, stay tuned. So jumping right in, we're gonna wash the hair. Now this hair has been sitting just in the corner, so I'm gonna do a shampoo, and I'm gonna shampoo the hair 3 times just to really wash it. And I did use a Adore semi-permanent color on the hair before, so you're gonna see a little bit of running. Now taking my Dove Intensive Repair shampoo. Honestly, guys, you should not use this type of shampoo with color. You should use a shampoo that doesn't make your hair bleed, which is like a non-sulfate shampoo. So I would recommend doing that. But you're going to do this step 3 times, or at least twice, just to make sure the hair is clean before we boil the hair. And I make sure I detangle the hair every time I wash it. And I make sure I always run my fingers going straight down. Now, filling up this lovely bowl of water, well, pan, I guess. Yeah, whatever. We're going to fill this up, and then we're going to put it to boil. Is that the whole point of boiling here? Boom! And there's the flames. So, now I'm going to cover the lid and wait till the water gets to a boil. Now, you see that thing steaming. So I was a little afraid to put it in right away, so I did wait like 2 minutes. But then I'm going to go on my silicone mix, the original one, and then I'm going to put at least 2 spoonfuls of the product. And then I'm just going to stir it around until it's all in the water. And then we're going to dip our hair in, ladies. Yes, dip our hair into this concoction. Like, I honestly thought it was going to fall off into pieces, and I was really scared, but guess what? The rumors are true. This thing really does work. I was really surprised, actually, how it brought my hair back. I'm telling you, this hair was dry and brittle. You saw the beginning where it was looking really stiff and crazy, but it's going to get some movement once we're done with this. So I make sure I like press down, and I made sure the lace was sticking up just so that any color that was running off did not stain my lace closure. So once it's pretty much placed in, I just cover the lid and I let the hair sit for about 45 minutes just so it can get deep and penetrated. And don't be nasty, y'all. So this is 45 minutes later, and I'm gonna pour it out and look at all that color that ran out. So now I'm also gonna wash the hair in conditioner again after I rinse out everything, just to make sure any buildup residue is not still on the hair once I go to retouch up the color. So now I'm just going to do a little bit of towel drying, nothing too crazy. And I'm going to apply the color onto the hair while it is still wet. So this is how the hair looked, still damp. I just want to show you how the color looked. So I'm going to retouch all this. My roots were looking crazy, so I'm going to do that over. And these are the colors I ended up using. So in one bowl, we're going to have crimson. And then the next bowl, we're going to have crimson and rich eggplant. Just a little bit of the rich eggplant, because I did want the hair to still have more of a reddish tone than purple. And then for the roots, I ended up going in with the darker purple, which I believe was African violet. So I'm just gonna mix and mix and mix that thing on up. And now I'm detangling the hair, and we're just gonna add all of the product generously throughout each row. And I wanted to create dimension, so the technique that I used was one row was just straight crimson with a little bit of the crimson and rich eggplant mix at the root, and then some were just crimson and eggplant. Some had African violet on it. You want to do that when you're coloring your hair, just so that the hair is not flat and just one solid color. Because this does get repetitive, I'm just going to speed this process up even more. But if you guys would like to see me actually do a hair coloring tutorial, give this video a thumbs up or even comment below, just so I know what you guys want to see. Okay, now it's time to rinse all of that color out. Now I left it on for approximately maybe 2 hours, but you do know if you want a better color payoff, I will leave it on for longer than that. I'll probably leave it on overnight, honestly. So yes, back to rinsing the hair. Now I'm gonna only use conditioner on this step. You don't want to use shampoo because you don't want it to strip all that color that it just deposited into those bundles. Get that thing soapy, detangle, mom. We don't want no matted wigs here. And just keep on repeating the process. I did this about like 3 or 4 times. Just do it as much until the water isn't running as red, I should say. It should be like a clearish red because this is a semi-permanent color, like I said before, so it's not gonna fully run clear. So after all the washing, the conditioning, the boiling, the scariest part, the boiling, this is all the hair that I have left. Well, that shedded, I should say. Oh my God. I said that I have left. Imagine if my bundles is really left. Oh gosh, let me get it together. But anyway, this is a close-up of the new hair color. And it does have some dimensions of purpley, hazy kind of color. And this is just it up close. Now I'm gonna put this hair to dry for about 45 minutes, or at least until it's as dry as possible, and make sure it's on the cool setting. Now look at how much life this hair has. Now the hair is very thick. I do have to go back in and recut this hair just to give it a little bit more movement and more flow and not so thick and chunky. So I'm just gonna do some quick pin curls. And if you guys would also like to see a tutorial on how I achieve my pin curls, then I will do a video on that. But just to run it through really quick, this is what I did. So when it's all said and done, these are the final results of what you will have. And this is how you will look on me. I am absolutely adoring and loving this style. I feel like it really suits my face, and there were some pieces that were already dropping, because I did have these sitting on pin curls for literally like 10 days because I was just doing too much. But you do not have to leave your pin curls in for that long. I just haven't taken it till moment, but pretty much, yeah. And girl, you know I had to get it on for the snap real quick. If you do follow me on Snap, you will get updates faster and you would have known about this lovely style sooner. But if you haven't, you can just add me right here, girl. That's it. And that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, beauties.